You've seen the pictures, a stone serpent coiling over impossibly steep mountains, a symbol of human ambition and perseverance. But those images are just the final, Ming Dynasty chapter of a story that spans over 2 millennia. The Great Wall isn't a single wall. It's a palimpsest, a layered manuscript of Chinese history written in rammed earth, brick, and blood. To understand it, you must look past the iconic masonry and ask the real questions. How did they actually build it across such insane terrain? What materials did they use in the middle of nowhere? And at what human cost? This is not just a wall. It's the ultimate case study in pre-industrial megaproject management. The story begins not with stone, but with earth. During the Warring States period and most famously under the first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, the early walls were built using rammed earth, Hongtu. This technique involved building wooden formworks and compacting layers of damp earth, gravel, and sometimes lime or rice flour for binding. Crews would work in sections, creating incredibly dense, durable cores that still exist today as eroded mounds. The genius was in using local materials. In the western deserts, they even used sand and gravel stabilized with tamarisk branches. But the real challenge was the mountains. Here, logistics were everything. Materials were carried up by hand, by goat, or along temporary ramps. A pro tip evident in the construction, they followed the ridge lines. Not only was this tactically sound for visibility, but it also minimized the amount of excavation and material transport required. They were building with the mountain, not just on it. The iconic stone walls we know are primarily from the Ming Dynasty, 14th to 17th centuries. Facing renewed Mongol threats, the Ming undertook the most sophisticated and standardized building campaign. They established kilns and quarries at regular intervals along the route. The wall became a massively engineered structure, a wide rammed earth core, faced with precisely cut granite or limestone blocks at the base, and finished with kiln-fired bricks on top. The mortar was a remarkable lime-based mix, sometimes including sticky rice flour, creating a bond that has lasted centuries. The construction was a state-run military project, utilizing soldiers, peasants, and convicts in a colossal, often brutal, labor force. The wall's design was a complete defensive ecosystem. It wasn't just a barrier. It was a heightened roadway for troop movement, studded with watchtowers within sight of each other for signaling, using smoke or flags. Larger garrison forts were built at key passes. The walkway itself was carefully sloped and drained, and the parapets had openings for both shooting and observation, with different shapes for different weaponry over time. It was a linear fortress, designed for communication, logistics, and defense in depth. But the true scale is grasped in the numbers and the cost. Estimates suggest over 20,000 kilometers of wall were built across all dynasties. The Ming Wall alone required 3.8 billion bricks. The labor was unimaginable. It's said that 1 million workers died during the Qin construction, their bodies reportedly buried within the wall itself. A grim, likely exaggerated, testament to the human toll. This wasn't just engineering. It was a national endeavor that consumed generations. The Great Wall, therefore, stands as a monument to adaptation. It adapted to every type of terrain, from sea to desert. It adapted its materials based on what was available, and it adapted its design over centuries of evolving warfare. It is the physical embodiment of a civilization's enduring need to define and defend itself,